Wonderful. Okay, so welcome to everyone. As Deirdre said, I'm Lara Thompson. I'm a board member, and this is my honor to be the chair of the House Tour for a second year. We are so grateful for all of you for your time and effort today and also on tour day. The planning for this tour has begun over a year ago and has required the help and partnership of over 100 volunteers. So thank you for your part. One of those incredibly formidable volunteers is Gail Litchfield, who has seamlessly organized all the volunteer information and their assignments, as you all received. Today on this call, Gail is going to share logistics and the guidelines for the tour, so stay tuned. Just want to say that this will be the best tour to date, and we are excited for you to hear more about this tour and the history of this tour from our executive director you just heard from, Deirdre Anderson. Deirdre.
Thanks, Lara. I just wanted to give you a little bit about the mission and some of the talking points for this year, our 98th Historic House Tour. As many of you know who have been with the Historical Society as volunteers for decades and others that are new, the Historic House Tour is one of the oldest in the country. This is round 98. It started in the late 1920s as the pilgrimage to historic homes, and we continue today. So in addition to being one of the oldest house tours in the country, for many, many decades, it was the Historical Society's only event. And now, of course, you know, we offer many programs and events to the communities, but the Historic House Tour is mission critical for helping visitors and residents alike know the incredible history we live in and among. I think many of you know that Hingham is with Ipswich, Massachusetts, in leading the nation in preserved 17th and 18th century homes. So it is truly, when we think about what we offer the world in terms of witness structures, we have many in Hingham, and the fact that so many of them shelter today's families is truly incredible. As we like to say, Hingham is truly an authentic, historic, original town of this country. It's not a amusement park, and it's not underwritten by a philanthropist. It's truly history that we live in and among every day. This year and next year, in commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution, we're proud to feature homes that were once occupied by American Revolutionary War patriots, and in one case, a Loyalist family, for this year's tour. Next year, we'll continue that theme, and that is of particular import because so few communities can offer that people can immerse themselves in homes that were standing in 1774, 250 years ago, when the British were occupying Boston Harbor. So we will be doing special Patriot banners outside of the home, and we're partnering with the Hingham Militia to add that level of education to our tour goers. And then, so after multiple years of commemorating the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution by highlighting homes in which patriots and loyalists lived, in 2026, we will roll right into, magically, our 100th house tour, just in time for America's 250th birthday, when we will highlight some of Hingham's most iconic properties. So we are feeling very bullish about the Historic House Tour, and we could not offer it without your support and volunteerism. So we're pleased. I join Lara and Gail in my profound thanks to each of you. We hope, last year we were so thrilled to receive feedback from tour goers about just how friendly and welcoming everyone was on the tour, and how special that made them feel if they chose to spend their free time and treasure with us on a Sunday afternoon. So we look forward to continuing that tradition. And I'm just, again, very grateful for all of you for helping us deliver what is a beloved community event. And the weather is looking in our favor. So with that, I will turn over the mic to Gail Litchfield. You're our fearless volunteer coordinator, and Gail is going to go over some of the very specific roles and responsibilities as a house tour volunteer, and then we'll open it up for your questions. I don't know if Gail is having, let me see here. Not sure if Gail is having any technical difficulties. Maybe I have to ask her to unmute.
Didn't unmute.
Okay, sorry. There you go, Gail.
Oh,
Hi.
I apologize. So I was saying, I'm so grateful that we have so many volunteers who have come back again this year to help out, but also lots of new volunteers. And I can't thank you enough for your patience and just helping me get your time straight and your emails out to you. And I appreciate you responding to say that you've received your house assignment. If for some reason you haven't, please get in touch with me. And I'm at 781-307-0415. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the roles and responsibilities. The homeowners have generously offered their homes and are trusting us to keep all of their house safe, basically. And that's one of the primary roles and responsibilities of the house tour volunteers. And as equally important is your help having guests move through the house smoothly and keeping them kind of on the track that we have laid out for the guests to get through. And then, of course, there'll be lots of information that your house manager is going to share with you so that you can then share with the guests and enrich their experience on this tour. And we'd love for you to share that as much as you feel comfortable doing. I wanted to just remind you that the tour course is this Sunday, the 29th. There are 2 shifts, 10:45 to 1:30 and 1:15 to 4. Business casual, comfortable shoes, standing. You're going to be standing for a while unless you requested a chair. And if you do need a chair, please do let me know. Let's see. Oh, please give yourself time, particularly in the afternoon, to get to your house on time. Expecting bottlenecks in traffic and as there usually is on tour day. And particularly between the first shift and the second shift, we're trying to make the changeover go smoothly. And so what we'd like to do for the morning volunteers, when you show up, your house manager will take you through the house and then assign you to a spot in the house where you will interact with the guests. But in the afternoon, if the afternoon volunteers can arrive at 1:15, check in with the house manager, and then she will have you walk through the house, do the tour, and then come back to her. She'll give you a spot to take in the house, and you can go to that spot and shadow the person who's currently in the spot from the morning, and just shadow for 5 minutes or so, and then the morning shift can leave, and then you're on your way for the afternoon. Let me see what else. Oh, if you need to cancel, please give me a call or email me, depending on how close we are to the actual kickoff of the tour. I'm fairly certain my cell phone number is in the information that went out with your house assignments last night. I think that's all I've got. Did I miss anything, Deirdre or Lara?
No, we, as Gail mentioned, one of the things we want to make convenient for you, but also mindful that it's, given the geography of some of our locations, is the parking information. We want you to be able to park as close to your volunteer assignment as possible, but of course not blocking, not the front of the house or the driveway, which would be blocked. So we give you specific instructions in that. But if you have any questions in advance of tour day, please reach out to Gail, Lara, or myself.
You will also be hearing from your house manager just to coordinate the scripts. Everyone who is assigned a location is going to be given written information about their assignment. And that includes some history of the house, some architectural details, bits and pieces about historical facts. We are trying to be extremely sensitive about this topic of slavery, as two of the private homes have a history of enslaved people and residents. So we are going to be speaking about that and answering questions. So if you receive the script, we hope that you'll look through, read all about your residents, just so that you'd be available to answer questions and feel a little bit more knowledgeable about that. One more thing is that you will be also given a volunteer name tag. And that will clearly indicate you as the docent in the room. And when there's a shift from the first to the second volunteer group, you'll just give the volunteer name tag to them. Okay, so with that, I just wanted to let you know that tickets that have been purchased are now available online at the museum. The museum hours are 9 to 4. You can also purchase tickets at the front desk via walk-in. And also as our appreciation for your volunteer time, we've offered you the discount code you've received to purchase your ticket. If you need another copy of that, please let Gail or myself know. We'd also like to invite all of you as volunteers to come celebrate with us after the tour is over for a champagne reception in the ballroom on the second room at the Heritage Museum. We would love just to toast everyone's success and be able to provide feedback to each other, and just want to commemorate this very special community, our historical representation. So thank you so much. Deirdre?
Thank you, Lara. So with that, we're happy to answer any questions people may have, or you can use the, just shout out, or you can use the one of the reactions. But anybody have any questions? You'll have to unmute yourself to speak.
Hi, Deirdre.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I just have one question. The house I went to last year in the afternoon, the volunteers, it said volunteer on the tag, but they had handwritten their own names underneath that. So in terms of, are we handing those, are we going to have passes to give to people who may do the same thing this year? Because I'm in the afternoon at the house. So if people have written their names on the tag, obviously it wouldn't make sense to give it off to someone else. So would there be extra tags and stuff?
Right. Good question. Yeah, we've actually, if you are familiar with the little white name tags, I'm so sorry, I don't have my jackets upstairs. That it just says volunteer. It's a magnetic name tag, and so it's an evolution from last year's tag. They're magnetic small white name tags that say volunteer Hingham Historical Society, and we have one of those. I think we have 100. So we're hoping that you can keep yours and put it in your pocket and save it for a future date after your shift.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Any other questions? Well, you've made it very easy for us. We, again, are so grateful. As we said, we could simply not do this without all of you. We could not assure our very generous homeowners to open up their home without promising them responsible adults who will protect their nests and their generosity for letting the world walk through. Ticket sales are brisk. We're feeling very excited about the attention the tour is getting. We expect to sell out. So if you have friends or family members that are interested in attending, please encourage them to purchase their tickets sooner than later, or simply come to the Heritage Museum and they can purchase them in person. You will see yard signs throughout the community indicating that the tour is this Sunday, as well as 2 more larger signs at the Hingham Town Common and on Downer and 3A. And you will also notice if you travel on 228 near the East Elementary School, the Hingham Police has been a wonderful partner because the spectacular Cushing Homestead, the cover model of this year's poster, is at a tricky corner in Rocky Nook, Hingham. And so the Hingham Police have put up an orange sign indicating that there will be increased pedestrian traffic this weekend. Will also be, for those of you who are curious about either attending the tour after your volunteer shift or are stationed at 156 or 210 East Street, we've asked guests to park at East Elementary School, and we'll be shuttling guests in our yellow golf cart up and down East Street to safely get people into 156 and 210 East Street along Route 228. We'll also have 2 police details, both at the East School crossing and in front of the Cushing Homestead. And we will also have another police detail also on 228 at the GAR Hall, safely crossing guests between 347 Main Street, the Ripley Homestead, to the left of the Central Fire Station, and 8
It
Pond
was all
Street.
going so well until I lost the audio.
Okay. Okay, well, again, if you have any questions, Gail, Lara, or
She's
myself
giving
are
us the
here.
Zoom lesson.
We
on the
also
history,
will
and I
send
can't
out
hear
the
it.
Zoom
I've
recording
hit
in
every
case
button.
anybody
I
lost their
started
audio.
out, I heard everything at the beginning. And then it just, oh,
All
now
right.
people are asking questions and I
Hey,
can't
Karen,
hear
we
them.
can hear you.
I've tried everything. It just
It's not
won't.
muted.
No, I've tried, I've
All
unmuted.
right.
It's
All right. Well, with that, we'll sign off.
Good
tried it. I've tried the
All right.
volume.
Thank you all so much.
I've tried everything.
See you later.
Go on.
Bye.
It's just not, I don't.